Tom Harper didn't think twice when he saw the stranded car. It was late. Rain was coming down in cold sheets. He had just closed up his garage and was heading home, dreaming of leftover chili and dry socks. That's when he saw her, a woman waving from the side of the road, hazard lights blinking. One hand on her forehead, the other nervously holding a phone with no signal. Tom pulled over without hesitation. "Flat tire?" he asked, grabbing a flashlight from his truck. She nodded, flustered. "Yeah, really bad timing. I need to get to the hospital. My mom, she's not doing well." Tom didn't say much, just offered a quiet smile and popped his trunk. Within 10 minutes, the spare was on, the tools packed, and the woman was back behind the wheel. "Seriously, what do I owe you?" she asked, breathless. Tom shook his head. "Just pay it forward sometime." She paused, almost emotional. "I won't forget this." And just like that, she was gone. Tom drove home, changed into dry clothes, and forgot about the whole thing by bedtime. But the next morning, a black SUV was parked in his driveway. Windows tinted, engine still running. Two men in dark suits stepped out, silent and serious. One of them handed Tom a sealed envelope. "This is from Lisa," he said. Before Tom could respond, they were already walking back to the SUV. He opened the envelope slowly. Inside, a handwritten note and a thick stack of cash. The note read, "You saved her. Now let us help you." Tom just stood there, soaked in morning sunlight and confusion. What had he gotten himself into? Tom stepped back into his kitchen, the envelope still in his hand. He set it on the table like it might explode. $10,000, at least. Neatly banded bills. And the note, in delicate cursive, "Tom, you helped me reach my mother in time. She survived because of you. This is just a small thank you. Lisa." He ran a hand through his hair. "No last name, no phone number, nothing," he muttered. It didn't feel like a scam, but it didn't feel real either. That day, the garage was busier than usual, but not because of car trouble. People stopped by just to ask, "So, what's with the black SUV, Tom?" His neighbor Ed leaned on the counter. "Was that the mafia? Be honest." Tom laughed it off. "Long story, maybe." But in the back of his mind, it gnawed at him. Lisa, the woman in the rain. She didn't seem rich. She didn't seem powerful. So who was she? That night, the phone rang. Unknown number. He hesitated, then picked up. "Tom?" The voice was soft, but familiar. "It's Lisa." He stood up straight. "Hey, yeah, I got the envelope." "Good," she said. "I wanted to explain everything. In person." Tom blinked. "You mean now?" "No," she said with a quiet laugh. "Tomorrow. Same cafe you mentioned. 9 a.m.? Tom nodded, even though she couldn't see it. "Sure," he said. "I'll be there." But sleep didn't come easy that night. Because Tom had no idea what kind of story he was about to walk into. Tom arrived at the cafe 10 minutes early. He wasn't the type to be nervous, but today something was different. He ordered a coffee, sat by the window, and watched the parking lot like a hawk. At exactly 9:01, she walked in. Same woman from the road. No makeup, ponytail, clean hoodie. She looked more rested now, but her eyes still carried something heavy. "Hey," she said gently, sliding into the booth. "Thanks for meeting me." Tom leaned forward. "You didn't really give me a choice. That envelope, the suits, it was a bit much." Lisa smiled. "Yeah, they can be. Dramatic. Old habits from my dad." Tom raised an eyebrow. "Your dad?" She pulled a business card from her pocket and placed it in front of him. "Lisa Grayson. Grayson Foundation." Tom stared at it. "No way. Grayson? As in Grayson Plaza?" Grayson Medical? She nodded. He passed away a few years ago, left the foundation to me. Tomter sat back, stunned. But you didn't look like someone with a foundation. Lisa laughed. That's kind of the point. I don't announce it everywhere I go. Tom nodded slowly. So why me? Lisa's smile faded and her voice softened. Because you stopped. Because you helped without asking for anything. My mother had a heart attack that night. If I'd been even 5 minutes later, she paused. I just wanted to say thank you, in a way that actually mattered. Tom looked down, unsure what to say. But before he could speak, Lisa added, That envelope, that's not the end of it. Come by your garage tomorrow. We've got more planned. She stood up, leaving her coffee untouched. Tom blinked. Wait, what else? Lisa gave him one last look. Just trust me. Tom barely slept. By the time morning light hit his garage, he was already elbow-deep in an oil change, trying to keep his mind off what was coming. At exactly noon, the now familiar black SUV rolled up. Lisa stepped out, this time in jeans and boots, and wasn't alone. A man followed behind her, tall, clipboard in hand, wearing a black turtleneck and the calm confidence of someone who'd rebuilt half of downtown. This is Mike, Lisa said cheerfully. Architect, project manager, miracle worker. Tom blinked. Architect? We're going to renovate your garage, she said, like she'd just announced the weather. Tom wiped his hands on a rag. Lisa, come on. I can't let you. Lisa cut him off gently. Tom, you helped save my mom's life. You didn't ask questions. You didn't expect anything. She looked around the small garage, peeling paint, rusted signs, floor cracked in places. This place has a soul, she said softly. But it deserves the tools to keep going. Mike unrolled a blueprint on the hood of Tom's old Chevy. Expanded work bays, new hydraulic lifts, a customer lounge, even a coffee corner. Emma's idea, he added with a smirk. Tom's mouth was dry. This is too much. Lisa shook her head. It's just right. Cars passed slowly. Neighbors gawked through their windows. The word was spreading fast. Tom Harper's garage was about to become something bigger. Tom looked at the blueprint, then at Lisa. Why me? He asked again. Lisa's voice was steady. Because you did something rare. You helped when no one was looking. Weeks passed. Tom's old garage turned into a construction site. Then, something out of a dream. Fresh white walls, brand new equipment, gleaming floors. A small sign above the door read, Harper's Garage, built on kindness. On opening day, the parking lot was full before 9 a.m. Neighbors, customers, kids on bikes. Even folks who hadn't needed a mechanic in years showed up. Lisa stood by Tom at the ribbon, scissors in hand. You ready? She asked. Tom looked out at the crowd, still dazed. I guess as ready as I'll ever be. She smiled. Say a few words. He cleared his throat, stepping up to the small mic they'd set up. I didn't ask for this, he started. And I don't feel like I earned it. But Lisa reminded me that sometimes small things matter more than we realize. He looked right at her. I changed a tire. She changed my life. The crowd clapped, some with tears in their eyes. After the ribbon was cut, Lisa pulled him aside. One more thing. A delivery truck pulled in. Out came boxes, filters, belts, oil, tools, all tagged Free Service Supply Kit. Lisa handed him a clipboard. For community repairs, she said. Anyone who can't afford a fix, you help them. No charge. We'll restock monthly. Tom blinked. That was my dream. I know, she replied. Now it's real. That night, as the last guests trickled out, Tom sat in the new customer lounge, quietly sipping coffee. He looked around at what they'd built. It didn't feel like a garage anymore. It felt like hope. A few months later, Harper's Garage wasn't just a business. It was a heartbeat. People came from nearby towns not just for service, but for something harder to find: kindness. There was a shelf with donated tools for young mechanics, a chalkboard wall with thank you notes, and a plaque on the wall that read, "Built by hands, sustained by hearts." One cool autumn morning, a small sedan pulled into the lot. Lisa stepped out. This time, she wasn't alone. An older woman with silver hair and soft eyes followed her, walking slowly with a cane. Tom stepped out of the bay, wiping his hands. Lisa smiled. "Tom, meet my mom." The woman walked up to him, eyes already wet. "You're the reason I'm still here," she whispered, pulling him into a shaky hug. Tom blinked, caught completely off guard. "I just changed a tire." She smiled through tears. "No, you gave me back my daughter." The two sat for a while in the new lounge. No cameras, no speeches, just quiet understanding. That night, after everyone had gone, Tom walked over to the photo hanging on the office wall. It was him, Lisa, and her mother, standing in front of the garage, smiling like old friends. He framed it himself. Right above it, he wrote in permanent marker, "Family." The garage lights hummed softly. The bays were empty, but the place was full. Outside, a small sign on the window caught the moonlight. "Kindness is always free."
If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more inspiring stories.